Good day traders, this is Master FX Shifu from the Universal Forex Dojo. Before we get started, I'd like to show you guys how our crazy wushu toolbox works. Now for the purpose of this video, I will use one of our signals sent out on the 2nd of August 2022 right here. Firstly, you'll choose which mode you'll be operating in between the aggressive, standard and hedge mode. Now the difference between these modes is simply how they exit and partial the trades. The most recommended one is ideally the standard mode, which we use all throughout. You will then input your entry price, the stop loss, and the risk that you'd like to risk. Now you will then choose whether you'll use market order, pending order, or limit order. Now the most recommended one here is the pending order, which is what I'll be using. Then you click start, and that's it. The wushu will then do the following. It'll wait for price to get into your SL range and place a stop order. In the setup, that's at price 0.83903. Now if you've been following us long enough, you'd know we always use stop orders. We allow the trade to catch us in our direction. The trade then triggered at 0.83865 with a stop loss at 0.83935. Then the trade went on to hit 1R at 0.83796, whereby the wushu moved the stop to break even. The trade then went on to hit 2R at 0.83726. This is where the wushu closed 50% of the setup, securing the amount risked on the trade and also moving the stop to 1R. Once price hit 3R at 83645, the wushu moved the stop to 2R and then keeps on waiting. Now at 4R at 0.83577, the wushu then moves the stop to 3R. Now this is where the trade retraced back to 3R, where the wushu closed the remaining 50% of the trade, securing a further 0.75% if you risked 0.5% of the trade. Now this entire trade and management took an entire 5 hours and 40 minutes. Now with the wushu toolbox, it is a plug and forget tool. You don't have to keep coming in or keep checking up on your charts. Happy trading, guys. Okay, let's get started. So last week we had a pretty decent week, ending at 3% for the week with 18 setups, 7 wins, a couple of break evens, and only 3 losses. So it was a pretty good week for us. And with a win rate, of course, 3% risking 0.5% and using the wushu exit. So just starting for the day, we've got the vote, the polls that went through, and see most of you guys want to see gold, US 100, and Euro USD. Those are the top 3 that you guys want to see. So let us break it down and just go to the daily. Starting with gold, of course, which is everybody's favorite pair, and then from there we'll take it from there. Okay, I just have to zoom in now, ignore all the noise. There we go. Okay, so we see gold. Let me just move these because we had the last setup, which was a loss. Okay, so this on the daily, we've got the zone here, and of course the high, which is roughly where it almost turned, and then we've got this zone here, which is our area of interest. These are the 2 zones we'll be working with, and like I said, since we are already bearish, so we're expecting price to actually head down here and take these lows down there. So what I'll do now is just hop onto the lower time frames and see if we can't have a decent area to target, and of course we would most likely try to get a sell off. Okay, so we've got that area there that we're looking at, and then these lows here, and of course there's another imbalance over there at the bottom. So far everything is lining up for a decent downward move. So that's what I'll be trying to find. So just looking at this chart here, I will try find an area inside here that will allow me to get a decent push to the downside. And I see you had a nice move down here, which means just looking at this area here should give us something decent. Looking at the 30, of course, targeting that area down there. And then what I'll do is just open it a bit more. Just see if I can't find a specific area that will probably try trade from. Okay, so far I don't see anything here. And let's take a look at the 3 minutes. I still see nothing there in this area, of course, in this auto block here. And then let's see how the 1 minute is looking. Probably get more noise there, but so far I don't see anything specific that we can actually trade from, except this area here, of course. So what we can do is just have this move down here, of course, taking those highs into consideration, and then take a look at this area here as our stop loss range, and then take it down, of course, go into the 1 hour, and remember we are targeting these areas here, going for these lows and potentially heading down to that break at the bottom. So this is potentially an area that I'd like to look at. I'd like to see price retracing in there, and then of course trade it from there. So that'll be how we'll be approaching gold for the day. And then moving forward, you guys wanted to look at US 100 and Euro USD. Okay, so US 100, also starting with the daily, just trying to figure out where we are on price and where you're most likely going to head. And so far, this is the area we're looking at, and these highs. Probably see some momentum at the New York Open, but yeah, probably gonna start heading down here. I doubt we'll go up first, but if I was to trade this, I'll probably see something either going down first and come back in here, and then tank. I don't think it'll go up first then go down. I doubt that. So let's see how the 4 hours are looking and see if we can't find an area to trade from. Look at that massive beautiful area up there. Yeah, I think we're most probably gonna get the downward momentum first and then retrace into that beautiful area there at the top. So probably start looking for areas where we'll most probably go down, and then see if we can't find anything decent in there. Okay, we had this nice push to the upside, and then a nice push up here, down here. So I'll probably start looking for an area in there where price will most probably get back into first before heading down. And let's see if I'm gonna find anything. Here's one right there. Yeah, there's one right there. So I'll probably have something along these ranges, and then of course I'll head into the downside as usual. Going to pick up those lows first, and actually the lows down here. So I'm looking at something along these ranges for Euro USD. Sorry, so for US 100. So that's what we're looking at. So let's see if that's gonna work out for us, and if it does, then beautiful. If not, then it's one of those. I think for today I'm probably not gonna post the rest of the setups for the advanced signals, because I'm just trying to find a decent area which I'll just share with you guys on some of the setups, but I'll probably share maybe later on, because I saw something interesting over the weekend, but I still need to just back test it a bit and just see if it'll work out for us. And then there we go, 4 hours. Okay, so I think I'm seeing this actually head down here. Then of course to the bottom there, still bearish. Let's see if we can't find anything interesting in here to trade from. Oh, we had that beautiful sweep to the upside and then downward momentum. Didn't really leave much room for areas to enter. Yeah, this is a potential other area to actually look at, and this OB here. So I'll probably look at but I think just for risk sake, I'll keep my stop loss range slightly wider. You can actually drop it lower, so you can actually have it here, somewhere around here, which is actually much better. The higher one would be just being risk averse, and then of course target the lows here. Target these as a first point, and then head down to the bottom one. So this is how we'll be approaching USD, and then take it from there. Okay, so happy trading, guys. I'll check you guys tomorrow. Do check out our advanced signals, check out our boot camp, and of course check out our whooshy. The signals are still at the $29 mark, and let's grow. Happy trading, guys. Cheers.